What's going on, guys? Have you ever wondered what it takes to get into hunting, or maybe the process behind what it takes to run a small parcel hunting property? Well, today I'm going to take you guys with me out onto my buddy's farm that we've been hunting the last 3 years and show you what it takes to kind of manage and maintain and prepare for the hunting season here in Florida. So here we are. Gotta enter the secret code, so I'm gonna put you guys down for 2 seconds. Super secret, top secret code. So here we are at the farm. Let's see if the gate works. The gate code wasn't working. Oh, I guess they changed the code. Or maybe I didn't know. But pretty much, this property is pretty nice. It's hidden away here in Florida. And my best friend's property, so nobody else is hunting it. So I've been really lucky to have such good family and friends here growing up, and be very fortunate to get to do this. So welcome to the farm. Here we go. When I say this property is pretty epic, it's pretty sweet. This property is 20 acres, and in 3 years we've already developed like a decent bachelor group of bucks. So to all those people getting into this and wondering how long it takes, it does take some time, but you got to be patient. And if you're patient, it definitely pays off. And hopefully you guys will see that this year. We're gonna go out here and try to clean up the area. That one. Not abnormal year-round to have hog and deer moving here in Florida, which I think a lot of people think that Florida doesn't really have the habitat for it, which is crazy because we do. And that's why we're out here today. He's full. Oh, please don't tell me it's coagulated again. So the issue we had with this a while ago was that this corn, if it gets wet, coagulates and gets nasty. So I think that's what we're gonna have to deal with today. So good thing we came here first, so we'll knock that out. And we're back. So when we walked in here, I told you guys we had feeders here. So we had a feeder over here where that depression is. So we have a stand up there. You can't really see, but let's walk you over there. So water, we had a feeder right here. We have a stand up there. I don't know if it shows it or not, but we pretty much moved our feeder from there over here. We cut all this ground so that the deer and the animals can come out here and have an area to eat. We got our camera up, we got our feeder down, we got a solar system going. Been hunting this property for 3 years. We have 2 decent stands. Something we deal with a lot on our feeders is corn souring. So if anybody out there has pointers, for me, my corn seems to always sour when it gets wet, and right now it's raining a lot. So now we're gonna clean up and get out of here, because this is one stand down. We got another stand to do, so it's getting dark. So last year we stuck our tree stands in that tree, which might be ideal for this year too. Can't really see the food plot because it's overgrown, but this is it. We're gonna have to clean this guy up, make some shooting lanes, make some adjustments. That's good. It's exciting stuff here out on the farm. Pretty excited to get started, so see what we got to do. So in this clip right here, you guys can see me using hand tools such as a weed eater or a lawnmower. Typically on a small parcel of land like this, you don't really need a tractor. So if you get out there with a rake, weed eater, mower, this is typically how I'll end up cutting my food plots. Okay, moving on, this is now step 2. After you've cut and mowed and raked, which I haven't used any tractors again in this process, I'm now using a hand seeder to plant what I call no plow, or this seed that typically grows pretty well with the soil here in Florida and sprouts pretty quick. It really is no hassle at all. I just throw this thing in the seeder. Definitely a product that works when you're hunting on small parcels and you need something quick to plant. Okay, now in this clip you guys can see me putting together a deer feeder. Once again, not only do we have food plots on this small little parcel, but I put deer feeders up and fill them with corn, because we do have animals moving year round. So you'll see me cutting these food plots by hand, planting them by hand, and then getting these feeders, filling them up with corn. And that is definitely a way I can kind of get the best bang for the buck when it comes to small parcels. And it really helps these properties maintain deer year round. All right, moving on. Now we have cut our food plots. We've mowed them with a lawnmower. We've used all our hand tools. And you know, if you are anywhere near owning your own property or getting to hunt private property, you know there's one saying that is constantly true, and it's there's always something else. And so moving on, in this clip you'll see me hanging a tree stand. You'll see me putting on my ladder sticks, my tree climbing sticks essentially. They give me about 20 feet to get up in the tree and hang these tree stands. So that's another step when it comes to getting ready for the hunting season on your own property. So I'll be hanging stands year round, finding new areas, cutting lanes. But yeah, I'm using these climbing sticks here. It gets me 20 feet up in the tree, and then I'm using just 2 hang on tree stands. So in this clip, you guys will see me using my hand tools to cut this tree down. My chainsaw previously had just broken. So like I said previously, if it can happen, it will happen, and there's always something else to do. So this is me getting some trees out of the way with some hand tools. Like I said, anybody can do this. Just need a couple tools for it. So we're gonna get this tree out of the way, get another food plot cut, and keep it moving. So now in this clip, you guys will see me testing my feeders. And as a matter of fact, I want you guys to take a second and look at the ground. Right below the feeder is that ryegrass that I planted with the no plow previously about 2 weeks earlier. That stuff grows super fast in this wet soil here in Florida, and I kid you not, you really have to do nothing to maintain it. It does itself. So this is pretty much where we're at with that. I'm going to test this feeder and we're going to move on. Let's go. So we cut this the other day. This is what I took you guys out to do, and I didn't film, but we cut all this. And it definitely looks like hogs have got into this. That's for darn sure, which is a good thing. So it's working. I do need to do one thing right now, and that is going to be put new batteries into this little spy point. So one of the main things when getting into hunting, especially here in Florida, you have to constantly stay on top of things. And I know a lot of guys will be like, oh no, you just throw it out in the woods, this and this. It's like, yeah, you can do that, but your likelihood of success is kind of low unless you have like really good spots that you know there's movement in. So when it comes to feeding animals, planting food plots, stuff like that, you gotta put in a lot of time and preparation. And sometimes it comes together, sometimes it doesn't. Like I said, we've been out here for 3 years, but we've had several deer out here, which is kind of what we want to do. We want to manage this appropriately. So, but yeah, you definitely have to stay on top of it. You're checking feeders, checking cameras, replacing batteries. There's just a whole lot of work to do, and that is kind of what makes this all worth it in the end. So it's super fun to be out here. It's just beautiful. Yeah, so essentially that's what we do. We get ready for the season by putting feeders out, cutting food plots, cutting lines, and here in Florida, you typically will, I personally would like to hunt from a stand just because I hunt with a bow. So it gives you a little higher point of view. And not saying that stalking is a bad way to hunt, which, because I do that as well. But it's just a different animal, so no pun intended. So yeah, get yourself a stand, get yourself a little food plot if you have private land, and then we'll do a series on private versus public. Like public land, you're probably not going to be able to do all this stuff that we're doing. So this is just kind of an intro, what it's like to get into it. And with that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. So thank you for tuning into the channel. We look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Take it easy.